Hi guys, Angus here. Just a quick note before I return to my Bohemian 3D almond butter bath. This episode contains spoilers for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It occurs mainly around the 14-minute mark. Cheerio.
The ghost is trying to sell us cookies. The ghost wants us to have a cookie. The ghost said something about bread bowls. I don't know what it was.
That's what midichlorians are. That's the Force virus.
Look what you did, Michael Vick. See? He is a broken man because of you.
The happiest you can get in Canada is warm. Oh, you want a hot dog split? Oh, great. Okay, awesome. That I can do.
And what my baby wants, my baby gets.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Okay, I'm ready now. You can hit record now.
Oh, it's too late for that. I already did.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're recording.
That was
I'm warmed up. That was me getting my vocal cords ready. So
that was multi-tonal gargling.
yeah, it's a dream come true. It's what everyone wants to hear when they turn on a podcast. It's not the sound of nightmares or anything. So that's a good start.
I love how you're living the pumpkin spice life over there.
Yeah.
PSL, guys.
Yeah.
Check mark.
I want it on the record. This is not my mug. I'm not that basic.
And I want it on the record that I purposefully gave you that mug as a conversation starter.
It's also not pumpkin spice.
No.
This is the digestive tea.
Yeah.
Digestive tea to make me regular.
Yeah.
It's like the Activia of teas.
It might
I have
do
here.
that.
Yeah.
It might make you regular. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna give me the poops. So that's fun.
Yeah. Well, fast forward if you want to get to that section. Happy New Year, guys.
I'm pausing to let them respond to what you said to them.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
We're still...
If you couldn't fit your response into that lengthy empty spot, that's on you.
Your response was probably...
That's your problem.
Happy New Year to you.
As well,
fellows.
and thank you for that.
Yes. Welcome back to Sushi Jackknife. Mm-hmm. We are back after a holiday hijink hiatus.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Really, we just haven't been able to see each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the holidays. We had things to do.
Yeah.
You had to go hang out with your in-laws. I had to go hang out with my in-laws. We had to both contemplate how our lives have gotten to that point, and then now we're here.
My entire suitcase was, a couple pairs of pants, a couple shirts.
And a noose.
Well, a bunch of straight razors, yeah. A noose, some straight razors, some old rags to clean up, But yeah, I got awful close this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's holidays are great.
I almost became the angel on top of the tree.
I think someone should market a Christmas tree angel that looks just like you, so that children can just cry themselves to sleep throughout the entire holiday season.
Also available as a nightlight.
The only way I'd go for a nightlight is if the light just came only out of the mouth. Like it's you with the mouth open, and it comes out the mouth and eye holes.
Oh, I like that.
That's it. That's the only...
Like I'm a husk.
I don't know if you can have custom nightlights made, but your son is going to get one great birthday gift coming up.
I tell you what, if anyone can make you a custom nightlight, it's Zazzle.com.
Zazzle.com.
They are Cafe Press. If Cafe Press ever actually drink their Americano, instead of just leaving it on the table all the time.
Zazzle's a dumb name.
Zazzle is a dumb name, and they are an annoying company who will email you about 5 times weekly if you ever give them your email address.
Oh, that's fun.
So, and you cannot unsubscribe. Try as I might to unsubscribe, I still get emails.
It sounds like you're at a point where it's just time to leave that email for dead and move on to the next one. Move on to the next greener pasture.
Like a wounded brother on the battlefield.
Yeah, there is a trail of dead emails throughout the internet from me throughout the years where I go, well, it's not worth unsubscribing to all this crap.
Do you remember any of them? Did you ever have dumb email addresses? Because I did.
No. I had one for that wasn't directly for me, but that I used for a while from a college radio show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say it because it's not there anymore.
Oh, well, no one can email you.
I think it was on live.com. I don't even know what that is anymore.
Ew.
So.
Ew.
Remember that?
Yeah, it's so basic.
Almost as basic as a pumpkin spice.
Yeah. Agreed. My first email was definitely a Hotmail. And the most pretentious one I came up with, I'm pretty sure I had like Justin Croft 84.
That's not that pretentious.
Or something. No.
Unless 84 stands for something.
That was fine.
Okay.
Well, that was the year of our Lord, the year I was born.
Right. Not pretentious.
Right. It's the year of our Lord because I am your Lord. No, anarchy and art at hotmail.com. I know.
It sounds like a terrible tattoo magazine.
Yeah. No, you're right. It does.
Like the one where they're not getting like Kat Von D, but they're getting like, hey, this guy once tattooed someone who knows Kat Von D, so that's that tattoo magazine.
Yeah, anarchyandart.com for all your you know what it is? It's tattoo supplies.
Okay.
They do have, featured artists. I guess needles are a big thing in that community. So
yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, so Kat has like her needle line, and Jeremy Thornhausen has his needle line, who is the guy that knows Kat, kind of.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a very specific name for someone who kind of knows her.
Jeremy Thornhausen.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I go way back.
Yeah.
We grew up together in Connecticut. Actually, I take that back. It was Connecticut. That little strip of land where Kentucky connects with Connecticut.
Right.
It was fascinating.
Most people don't learn about that existing at all.
I know.
It's like most people don't know that Connecticut and Kentucky have a strip of land connected.
They do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
There is even do you remember the band Harvey Danger? Mm-hmm. There's even a Harvey Danger song about that.
Really?
Yes. Well, Lincoln is in there. It's a Civil War song. Great song. Everyone knows Flagpole Sitta, right?
Yes. That's pretty much all anyone knows about.
Right. What they don't know is that the rest of if they were to actually purchase the album and continue and listen past track 2, which is Flagpole Sitta, I know this because I wore the CD out. They would discover a wealth of other really good songs, one of which talks about the border states, and describes the strip of land between Kentucky and Connecticut. Kentucky.
You're probably the only person who has actually listened to that whole album.
I love that album.
And I'm including the actual band.
Yeah. Well, much like the band Boston, they just stop.
They went in for mastering.
Yeah.
They got through Flagpole Sitta and
right.
went,
done.
That's pretty good.
I think Harvey Danger is really just a bunch of sort of people who randomly connected through the internet, and they just flew all their parts in together. I have that record around here somewhere. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called "Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone?"
Did they answer the question?
No. It's kind of open-ended.
That's disappointing.
I think it is a question for the listener to answer.
Well, it's disappointing. If you're going to propose a question in your album title, you're going to throw it out there. I'm expecting at least your answer.
Like track 11,
yeah,
it ends, and then track 12 is just like, oh, they're in Connecticut.
Yeah, they track like it's a hidden track.
Yeah,
and they just go Vancouver.
End of hidden track.
That's the end.
Yeah. Hidden track begins. Vancouver, end of hidden track.
That's stupid because there are no merrymakers in Vancouver.
Vancouver, I mean, I think the happiest you can get in Canada is warm. If you're inside and you're warm, That's that.
I feel like I almost just started a feud with Vancouver for no particular reason, just out of left field.
Yep.
I'm gonna start insulting Vancouver now.
You really threw them under the Zamboni.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what's stupid about Vancouver?
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yep. You know what part of Vancouver I like the least? The Main Street. Because it's like the most Vancouver-y part of Vancouver.
They have cops that ride horses all the time. That's
really?
fun.
Is that
Mounties.
true?
Mounties.
Oh, yeah.
They have the Mounties.
You know the Mounties.
Oh, yeah.
You know the Mounties?
Oh, yeah, the Mounties.
Is this going to work every time? You know the Mounties?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
So they are like the American FBI. Like, that is their status in the government.
Say.
Right. Yeah.
You don't say.
No, I do.
Oh.
I am saying
Oh, okay.
that your Mounties
Yeah.
are like our FBI, except our FBI have the good sense to drive a fucking car.
Yeah. And wear a suit.
Yeah.
Not one of those stupid hats.
Right. I mean, every FBI agent looks like Will Smith in Men in Black.
Exactly.
It's how it works.
I imagine that if you looked in FBI records, there was at least an attempt to clone Will Smith and create a whole Will Smith force.
Oh, like the Star Wars prequels. Like the
I
clones are...
I didn't watch those.
Well, the Stormtroopers are clones. That's really all you need to know.
But they're not individual people?
No, they're clones. They're all clones of Jango Fett, if I'm not mistaken.
What is a Jango Fett?
Boba Fett's dad.
Bubba Fett?
Boba.
Boba?
Boba Fett's dad.
No, I thought it was Boba Fett. I don't know.
Boba Fett.
Okay.
Boba.
Bubba Fett.
Boba.
Mm-hmm.
Bubba. No, Bubba Fett is... Oh, God. Hold on. Bubba Fett is the cousin of Boba Fett and Jango Fett, who lives in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the hillbilly Fett.
Yeah. I mean, Boba Fett's just out there every day. He's an honest guy.
Yeah.
He saves the tabs off of his Budweisers.
There you go.
Gives them to the Cancer Foundation. He volunteers with the volunteer fire department because they won't give him a job. It's volunteer only.
Right. You're not going to give Bubba a job.
Well, Boba Fett?
No.
He's always wearing that mask.
Yeah.
And he's got the jetpack.
And he has no reason to wear the mask.
I know.
He just has to lift it up to drink his Budweiser.
That's right. It's really inconvenient.
Yeah,
and it starts to get annoying. I'm sorry, Boba Fett. You can't hang out here anymore. Wow.
Do you think... I know this isn't touched on in the Star Wars universe. Do you think anyone in Star Wars ever, gets a cold? It seems like...
Yeah.
In all the battle scenes and stuff, there should at least be one, sniffly guy just in the back going... Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that should happen.
How come that hasn't happened?
I don't know.
Who do I need to talk to?
Disney.
Okay.
Yeah. It used to be Lucas, but now he's like, I'm out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a spot on Lucas.
I know. I've had a lot of... I've thought about it a lot.
He always sounds really high-pitched and like he's kind of gargling something.
Yeah, I know. And a little... honestly, I think the Wookiee is really George Lucas. I think the Wookiee is an analog for George B. Lucas.
Yeah. What do you think he thought of the new movie?
The Wookiee?
Have you watched the movie, by the way?
Yes. Have you watched the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? You wanted to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised. I liked it a lot. What did you think?
Yeah.
Okay, that's about what I thought.
It seemed like J.J. Abrams remembered the movies when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And went, you know what was really cool in that movie? I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
And so there's so many things that you're like, yeah, that's the same. It's not the same general plot necessarily, but they destroy the Death Star type of thing again with a trench fight.
Yep.
The main character lives on a desert planet to begin with.
A different desert planet.
Finds a droid.
Yeah. Yeah.
The droid has an important message.
Yeah. No, I think
Han Solo dies.
Yeah, boy, spoilers. If you didn't know that,
I just ruined someone's day.
You did. Oh God, I'm gonna have to put a preamble in this episode now. Do you know? Okay, I'm going to see Star Wars. I go with a group of people from the neighborhood who bought tickets. The only tickets they could get were IMAX 3D, of course.
Oh, that's too much.
Oh, I know, but that's what I did. It was $18. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, I don't mean price-wise. I mean,
too much.
It's just sensory overload.
It is. It is too much. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're afloat because everyone I talk to hates 3D.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that aside, we're about to go see the movie, and someone is recounting the story. Someone in our group is recounting the story of a guy who came out of the theater, yelled a spoiler, and was killed, was trampled to death by the crowd who were waiting to see the film.
Okay.
Now, if there was ever a Gordian's knot of ethics, I think that's it. I mean, first of all, what a dick. Second of all, what a dumbass, because he knows people are going to be pissed. Yeah. Third of all, did he deserve to die? No, not really.
Right.
It's just a movie.
That's a little bit extreme.
It's very extreme.
I mean, a little.
It's extreme.
As the person who just declared the spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen the movie.
Yeah.
It's a little.
There could be a crowd for you outside waiting for you to stomp you to death.
How did they get the podcast already? Word got out?
I'm sure. It's oh so popular. With the basics these days.
Yeah, basics. Bunch of basic guys.
I didn't know about this term until you just said it to me.
It's what the kids say. The kids say a lot of things.
We said random. I still said that a minute ago.
Kids, also, the kids these days declare everything to be ghetto.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I've heard that a lot lately from the kids.
We said that too.
I know, it's back.
Okay, ghetto's back.
Yeah, ghetto's back.
Guess who's back? Back again. Ghetto's back. Yeah.
I just wanted to see how long that would go.
Oh, well.
I was hoping you'd go through the entire song.
Oh, I don't know the whole song. Shady's back. I tell a friend. I think that's all I know.
I think what I need to do is create a new segment for the show called Hip Hop Karaoke.
Ooh.
Where you have to rap every hip hop song I find.
Great. Let's do it. I'm down.
Okay, next week.
New segment.
Next week, you are going to have to... I'm not going to tell you what it is ahead of time, by the way.
No, that's better.
And you'll have to do it dry.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to come with a beat.
You're not going to come with a beat?
No beat.
The really fun thing about Craigslist right after Christmas, I discovered, is if you are looking for a drum machine, like I do sometimes, if you're looking for a drum machine... Someone is willing to sell you a drum machine.
Did you get a drum machine?
No. But they're out there. I'm working on it. It's coming together. There were more than I've ever seen. And we're in Nashville, not a town known for its drum machines.
What are you going to do with a drum machine? Aside from irritate your wife and other loved ones.
What am I not going to do with a drum machine is a better question, Nathan.
My guess would be you wouldn't not irritate your wife and other loved ones with it.
Yeah.
You're going to irritate them.
No, I have a corner that I have a drum machine corner.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right over there.
And so in that corner, you're just going to program a beat and then sit in the corner holding, I'm picturing you cross-legged, holding the drum machine on your lap, just listening to the beat and nodding your head. And then you turn it off and walk back upstairs. Is that what you're going to do with the drum machine?
If I do that once a day, that'd be within bounds. I think that'd be within bounds.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. How many times a day do I need to do that before I get a touchdown?
0.
Oh, okay.
They're unrelated.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make things up about football. It's playoff time. We don't make things up about football during playoff time.
Okay. All right, let's do a sports minute because I don't know who's in the playoffs. And you can probably tell me.
The only thing that matters about the playoffs is the Kansas City Chiefs. After starting out the season 1 win and 5 losses, won 10 games in a row.
What?
To make it into the playoffs.
No way. Good on the Kansas City Chiefs.
So, my dreams of having the Royals and the Chiefs win a championship in the same year,
oh my God,
still alive.
It's still alive. You're right.
I will settle for the Chiefs winning 1 playoff game because I've never seen that happen.
Who else is?
I mean, other teams. They're playing the Texans in the first round.
Okay.
Broncos made it.
Broncos, yeah.
For Peyton Manning's final hurrah.
That needs to happen.
He hasn't declared it's his final hurrah. But I don't know if you've ever wondered what it would be like to see, like, let's throw out a random old person, Mickey Rooney.
Yeah.
If you've ever wondered what Mickey Rooney would look like playing football, Peyton Manning kind of looks like that now.
Oh, what happened to Peyton?
He's no good. He's no good at the football anymore. He's 1,000 years old.
When did he stop being good?
This year.
Okay. Why do I
actually halfway through last year?
He has a brother, yeah?
Yeah.
Eli Manning.
He has 2 brothers.
That also play footballs?
No.
Oh.
One of them, the not Eli brother,
yeah.
He also has a name. Irrelevant.
Okay.
Because he's not famous.
Yeah, of course. He doesn't matter at all.
He was a wide receiver.
Oh.
But he had to quit football because I believe, based on the 30 for 30 documentary I watched, it had something to do with a spinal column.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's a good reason to stop.
It was like a thinning of his spinal column or something. It was weird. It was a bizarre thing.
He had midichlorians in his spinal column.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about the Mannings anymore.
Now he's sitting at home moving shit around with his mind because he's got the force.
Yeah.
Force virus.
Yeah.
That's what midichlorians are. That's the force virus.
That doesn't sound right.
That's kind of what it is, though.
I don't believe that.
It's crazy. It's a bad retcon. Anyway, why are Peyton Manning and Brent Favre connected in my head?
Brent Favre?
Brent Favre.
Brett Favre?
How does it?
Brett.
Okay.
There's no N.
There's no Brent? Does he have a brother named Brent Favre?
Maybe, but not that I know
Did brother Brent Favre stay at home and tend to the farm while brother Brett got out and played the foosball?
Brett went to college, made a name for himself as an NFL quarterback. Brent, he actually lived at home with his parents until just recently.
Oh.
Playing World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Not very good at it either.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Kind of a waste of a life.
He's got a real good developed character on The Sims, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but no one plays The Sims anymore.
That's true. No, he plays it alone.
He's just there by himself going, does anyone want to be my friend? And the one other person on the game just goes, no! Shut up, Brent!
I think Brent probably has a drum machine corner, too.
Probably.
Yeah.
The reason they are connected in your mind is they are both quarterbacks.
That's the only reason.
That's probably it.
And as Brett Favre was finishing his career, Peyton was kind of in his prime. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
They overlapped.
Yeah, they overlapped for a time.
Yeah.
Right. I was a Fairweather Packers fan for a while because they were doing well, and there was a Super Bowl or two I think they were in.
I'm judging you so hard.
Oh,
right
I
now.
don't have any allegiances to any sports teams.
You grew up in Georgia.
I know.
There was a football team in Georgia.
They were bad.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Well, you're talking to a person who has rooted for the Chiefs and the Royals his entire life.
Well, that's because you're from there and you care.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. From there, don't care.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The apathy.
Before everyone discovered that Michael Vick was a psychopath, there was a lot of hope in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then after that, I lost all my hope again.
So we can effectively say that you not caring about sports is all Michael Vick's fault.
No, I think that's actually...
We can say that.
I think that is fair. I think that is a fair thing to say.
I want to take a second to speak to Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Look what you did Look what you did.
Look what I've become.
Not only did you murder a bunch of dogs, I mean just dozens
of dogs.
Dozens of just thousands of dogs. But you killed a person's dreams.
Yeah. I don't care about sports at all now, Michael Vick.
His dreams are just as dead as those dogs that you murdered over and over and over.
The best thing I have about being from Atlanta is, welcome to Atlanta where the players play and we ride on them thing like every day. That's the best thing I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not the worst.
In the 96 Olympics.
Yeah.
And the Braves were real good for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, Atlanta, you could have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Not
you
the
could
Hawks, though.
Well, you could have, all of Outkast.
I do like Outkast.
All of Outkast you can claim.
Yeah, that's true. I can claim that.
T.I.
Oh, yeah, T.I.
You don't have to claim T.I. if you don't want
I
to
will.
claim T.I.
I mean, I will. I will.
I just watched him on a TV show. I didn't know he was an actor.
He's an actor?
Apparently he's an actor.
What television program is he on?
He did an arc on the Showtime original series House of Lies.
Really?
Playing, I know this is a stretch, a successful rapper. That was his character.
Well, I mean, your first couple roles, you gotta... You know the interesting thing about Atlanta and rap culture? There are people in Atlanta who are up-and-coming rappers. Mm-hmm. What they tend to do, and from what I'm told, this is a common thing that they'll do. They will purchase a vehicle, some sort of van.
Okay.
They'll plaster their face all up on the side of that van and have stuff about how they're the next big thing and all that written on that van. And they'll drive around playing their music out of that van. And I'm guessing the van accompanies them to concerts. I don't know. Or maybe it's just their personal vehicle, but this is a thing.
It seems like a good idea on the surface. Mm-hmm. However, if you're trying to be a successful rapper,
right,
the van, that's not the vehicle you want to plaster your face all over.
No, I think it's just the most ad real estate. You know?
I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you saw a rapper saying that he's the next big thing on, a Ford Windstar, or
that's a bad one,
or a Cadillac Escalade, went with the big Cadillac SUV.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to believe is really the next up and coming rapper?
Oh, well, the Windstar. It's a more practical vehicle.
Look what you did, Michael Vick. See, he is a broken man because of you. Michael Vick, I hate him so much. He's like the Vancouver of quarterbacks to me.
Ding.
He's just the worst.
Yeah. And also because of Michael Vick, I could have developed good taste, but I started listening to Nickelback. Ding.
Look what you did, Michael Vick.
Look what you did. I hope you hear this in your jail cell. He's not even in jail anymore, is he?
No, he's actually, I think, still signed to an NFL team.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He came back and was successful.
Oh, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fell off pretty hard.
He went to jail for, it was 2 years.
Yeah, that sounds
something
right.
like that. It was not that long because, they were dogs, not people.
Yeah.
If they had been people, he probably wouldn't be in the NFL.
He'd still be in jail.
Right.
Yeah. He used to be amazing to watch, though. Mm-hmm. I mean, he'd get in a situation where he was about to be sacked, and then he'd just run.
Yeah.
And he could do the little pirouette thing.
Mm-hmm.
He could spin around. And I saw, so many games where he just, ran it in. It was awesome.
And I'm adjusting my mic stand.
You got a slouchy mic stand.
Yeah, it's making me... Am I going the wrong way?
You're going the wrong way. It's getting looser.
Suck.
Oh. This is the third member of our crew, this shitty mic stand that I always make you use.
Yeah. If Michael Vick hadn't gone to prison, because he went to prison right during his prime.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He could have done a lot of things.
Yep.
But he just had to kill dogs and dreams. Just kill them all.
And a pit bull chewed on my dreams. So I finally broke down and watched Alien. Ridley Scott's Alien.
What?
You know this film.
I'm just surprised you haven't already watched it.
There was this backstory coming.
Okay.
From commercials, from previews, from little clips of scenes on television of the aliens, I was genuinely more scared of nothing else. That was the scariest thing I could imagine.
Okay.
As a child. Okay. So I used to always think those bastards were behind me and they were going to eat me when I was going upstairs. Like, it was right behind me on the stairs. It's kind of hard to look backwards while you're on the stairs. So obviously there's a xenomorph behind you.
Right.
Got it. Okay. I finally watched the film this week. I haven't slept well for about 5 days.
You are a grown man.
I know, but it's just so scary.
You know it's not real.
I know. There's much better things to be scared of.
Yeah.
Much better. But it's just so scary. I don't know. There's a nightmare part in the brain that this taps into, and there you go.
It would be more rational to be afraid of birds because of the birds than to be afraid of aliens because of Alien.
I know. And now I want to watch Aliens, the second one.
Well, that's not a good idea.
I know, but I want to, and I'm just going to have to wait like another 30 years.
What?
Until I can do that.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I guess I enjoy films, and I don't want to be. I want to see what the films are about, but I'm also so scared.
See, I can't watch movies that are supposed to scare me.
Yeah.
And I think I've touched on this before. No movie has ever scared me.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
I don't have the ability to suspend reality long enough to go, oh, that could really happen. I watch them and go, yeah. And that's kind of freaky, I guess.
Yeah, and see, there's just a place in the brain that I go where I can picture it so perfectly. You know what I mean?
Now, scared of aliens.
Yep.
If you watched, let's say, one of the many, many, many horror movies based in the spiritual realm.
Okay.
Scared of that?
Give me an example.
I don't know, anything where someone's possessed.
Exorcist?
Yeah.
No, actually, it's really funny. I watched Exorcist when I was about 17, and I was like, this is a good film.
Yeah.
That was my reaction to The Exorcist.
See, I
was like, this is a really solid movie.
That's me with every movie like that. I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's good.
Okay, there you go.
My roommates in college all would watch Ghost Hunters, the TV show. I don't know if you're familiar. They would get freaked out. And I would just be sitting there going, yeah, it was the wind, though. The wind made that creak.
Yeah.
You're in a house from 1850. It's going to make noises.
It's creaky.
So.
Yeah, no, I agree. The thing about shows like that now is I just know how much they can do in editing. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, there's no way.
No.
I mean, you don't have to do anything except like be like, oh, I think that's a ghost. And then later on you can be like, brrr!
There was one that it wasn't Ghost Hunters, it was some other show where they went to Union Station in Kansas City.
Okay.
The old train station.
Oh, okay.
Because supposedly it's haunted. And they were hearing all these noises. And it turned out the noises were people working in the restaurant that's in Union Station.
Hi, welcome to Panera at Union Station.
So,
do you have your My Panera card? You get a free cookie.
The ghost is trying to sell us cookies. The ghost wants us to have a cookie. The ghost said something about bread bowls. I don't know what it was.
Oh, they don't have any today. That's what the ghost said. They don't have any today. They're out of bread bowls. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
McDonald's never has ice cream. Their shake machine's always broken.
I never try to get ice cream at McDonald's.
Well, there you go. That's a good decision. But McDonald's, their milkshakes are never working.
Okay.
and Panera never has bread bowls.
Yeah.
Some 65-year-old that needs to eat lunch at 10:30 got in there, brought all his friends, and they all had their broccoli and cheese soup in the most delicious way possible.
They probably don't even eat the soup in the bread bowl.
I know.
They just go, we'll take the soup on the side. We just like the bread from the bread bowls better.
Right, rather than the baguette.
We just want a bread bowl.
I want a plain bread bowl, and I want your plain broccoli and cheese soup. Plain.
I'll have a bread bowl, and inside of that, could you put the turkey club, please? Just a sandwich in it.
I'm gonna get a Pellegrino, and I'm wondering if you can stick it in a bread bowl.
We had a Dairy Queen over by our house in Kansas City, our apartment in Kansas City.
Okay.
That this is the strangest restaurant out of food thing we've ever run into in my life. We went there, and they had a sign up saying they were out of hamburgers. Okay. We weren't there for that reason.
Okay.
But that seems like a thing that if you're Dairy Queen, you probably have a lot of those laying around. It's a weird thing to run out of.
Yes.
And then, so we went because my lovely wife wanted a brownie batter blast.
I know what you're talking about.
And what my baby wants, my baby gets. So we went to Dairy Queen to get said brownie batter blast. And they were out of chocolate ice cream.
Oh my God.
So they were out of all hamburgers and everything that involved chocolate ice cream. You could go into this Dairy Queen and get vanilla ice cream, yeah. And I think there was a hot dog on the
menu. Yeah, I can get you a banana split, but it's not going to have the middle. Right. Do you want more strawberry or more pineapple? Or strawberry or pineapple?
Can we put a hot dog on either side of it? That's the only other thing.
Oh, you want a hot dog split? Oh, great. Okay, awesome. That I can do.
I thought about asking for a custom ice cream cake right then, just to see the 16-year-old's head explode that was working at the cash register.
I mean, we could melt the base. We could, if we want to get the chocolate, like we can melt all the cakes down and strain the chocolate from the vanilla and then refreeze it. It's going to take a little while, though.
Yeah.
You know the best fast food joint I have recently come to love?
What?
Have you ever been to Cookout?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Cookout.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love Cookout.
I got me it was the last milkshake I've had. I got me a Dreamsicle milkshake.
Oh, yeah. Is that an orange and cream thing? That's a good, that's a good rockin' combo. There's a place in Atlanta called the Varsity.
Okay.
And they have an orange sickle-y thing. It's really good. The Varsity pisses me off, though, because we went there on a field trip as high schoolers. I think probably freshman year.
Okay.
And we go, and they explain to us on the bus on the way there that, like, you need to know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, they're so busy they will put you at the back of the line. And they will.
I like that rule.
I don't know how a restaurant gets by with that, though. You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, I saw kids I knew be like, and then, nope, back of the line.
I like that rule.
Back of the line for you.
That's Kansas City barbecue rules.
Is
right
that
there.
the same rule?
They won't send you to the back of the line.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to Gates Barbecue, wonderful place. If you haven't been there, go to Kansas City just to eat Gates Barbecue.
Ooh.
They will, if there is a line, there will be a lady up at the cash register going, "What do you want?" And you have not looked at a menu, because there is not a menu at the back of the line.
Uh-huh.
So you go, and if you don't answer, she looks at the next person behind you, and again, "What do you want?" Just over and over.
I love it.
So the answer is you want burnt ends and baked beans.
That's the answer. Yeah. And then that's acceptable, right?
And yeah. If you want two sides, you want fries.
Yeah, okay.
Fries are always a safe choice.
Okay, yeah, that's a good choice.
Whatever.
Yeah, the Varsity is just a burger and hot dog and shakes place. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, they are descended upon with business, and they just don't have time for you. Yeah. They don't have time. So if you got to know what you want.
It's a good rule.
You got to come original.
I'm sick in my life of having to wait for a bunch of numbskulls to decide what they want. Just look at the menu, see what's up there, commit.
Yep.
You don't have to think. Don't think about your overthinking if you spend more than 5 seconds. You look up, you go, Turkey Club, and you're done. Second Turkey Club reference this podcast, by the way.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Mm-hmm. What an achievement.
Mm-hmm. That was my New Year's resolution.
To get in.
More Turkey Club references.
Yeah, I did not make a single New Year's resolution. And I think I'm the better for it this year because I've made them in the past, and the whole exercise it's just you know what I'm saying.
Well, I can tell you what I think of it.
What do you think of New Year's resolutions?
As a person who has been being a healthy person for, I'll say roughly a year.
Yeah.
Very healthy the last few months.
Good for you.
I watched coworkers do this. One specifically, Everett.
Oh, Everett. It's been too long, buddy.
Saying, well, New Year, I'm gonna be healthy. So, it's December 20th. I better shove some greasy food in my face.
So
he just went to town. Zaxby's, he was ordering pizzas, he was doing all kinds of things. He probably put on 10 pounds before New Year's with all the stuff he was eating, and then wants to be healthy.
Yeah.
It's not, that doesn't make sense.
No, that's...
If you
want
to make a resolution, just make it whenever.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be New Year's.
Nope.
Makes no sense.
Nope. You could put something off if you say you resolve. Mm-hmm. It's January 7th of 2016 as we are recording.
Yeah.
And say that today I resolve to never eat French fries again. I mean, I could say that I've got this whole year to pack in all the fries I want. Exactly. And then 2017 rolls around. No more French fries.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not exaggerating when I tell you there was a night he came back to work and told me this. Everett ordered 2 large pizzas.
Ooh.
I don't think his roommate was home. He brought some for leftovers. So he ate 1 large pizza by himself. He wanted 2 so he can mix and match.
Oh, I see.
And of course, they're not, veggie thin crust.
Right.
It's
meat lovers, Chicago style.
I think he got stuffed crust.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe he should have just resolved to be healthy then.
Yeah.
It would be a lot easier.
Yep. And the thing about a resolution, you have to keep making that resolution. You have to keep remembering that,
Yeah.
Day in and day out.
Yeah. Just, have some discipline, people.
It's
Get
true.
some discipline.
There is a dojo that just opened up down the street from our house, speaking of discipline. And, when I think karate, I think discipline, don't you?
I'm just confused where there's a dojo.
There's a dojo. It's, if you need to know, it's between the Roma Pizza and the Cash Advance store.
That is perfect.
I know.
You can go to your dojo.
Yep.
Remember that you forgot to get money to pay your sensei.
That's right.
Run to the Cash Advance place, get a little something extra, hit Roma afterwards.
That's it. Done. And you
Perfect
just burn
day.
like 2,000 calories because you got the shit kicked out of you at karate. Mm-hmm. And you're a grown man.
Yeah.
And you're in there with 10-year-olds.
Exactly.
And they collectively kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, you are, pushing 20, maybe in your 30s.
Maybe in your 30s.
And, you're stuck in there in the beginner's class.
Yep.
And little Antoine, he just destroys you every time, right in the shin.
You mean Dragonfoot, Antoine?
Yeah.
Oh, Dragonfoot.
A little booger just kicks you in the shin over and over and over.
Yep.
And then when you kick him back, everyone's like, child abuse, child abuse.
I know.
It's so upsetting.
How am I ever going to get my next color?
If you can't abuse children
Right.
in your dojo,
Right.
I mean, what is there left?
Oh, how sad would it be, though, if we found out that this dojo was just an abuse den?
Do I need to...
Oh.
The previous statements were all a bit. We do not condone the abuse of children.
Nope. By a dojo or nothing else.
Mm-hmm. And furthermore, the stuff involving Michael Vick, not a bit. We do not condone the killing of dogs.
Nope.
So, in conclusion, killing dogs bad, abusing children also bad. Neither one of them is good.
Right.
So,
bits continue in 3, 2, 1. I don't even know if it's pronounced dojo because there's lines underneath certain letters.
I think that's Daja.
There you go. Daja.
Daja.
And for all I know, Daja could be like Brazilian techno meditation. I don't know.
I love techno meditation.
Oh, it's the best. Are you kidding?
Nothing is more relaxing than when the beat drops.
I know. And I mean, the closer you can get to 200 BPMs,
right?
You know,
right.
I mean, that's where I zone in.
I think that we just described my hell. That is my version of hell right there.
Moby has a song that is like pushes like 200 plus BPMs, and he does it on stage, and he's like, "This is the fastest song in the world," and I doubt those statements. I don't know that that's true.
Could you find a faster song?
Probably.
You should write a faster song.
There's got to be a classical piece that's like 300 BPM.
You should write a 300 BPM song.
Yeah.
And then send it to Moby and just go, suck it, Moby.
And he'd be like, if you want me to.
Yeah.
Moby really lays down pretty quick.
Yeah.
In my experience.
It wouldn't be much of a fight.
A fight? Come on. He looks a lot larger on TV, which means that in actual life he's very, very small.
Yeah.
He's very small.
He's a little petite fella.
Yep.
How come men aren't called petite? Women are called petite.
I bet it has something to do with what's that word? Chauvinism. Yeah, I bet it has something to do with that.
Well,
petite. I mean, there are petite guys. You know, I have a friend who's very skinny, and he's sensitive about the fact that he's skinny.
And so you call him petite all the time.
Yeah. But otherwise, you know, my little pineapple. But I have always been envious of dudes that were like a rail, because like you can wear anything. You know what I mean?
Well, you can wear anything too.
Well, I know, but
but it's just if you wear skinny jeans, people might laugh at you.
I know. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't wear skinny jeans no matter what happens anyway.
Right.
My legs are too big.
I have a shape to my legs as well.
I actually was wearing, and they're not skinny.
Yeah.
I want that on the record.
Right.
I was just wearing slim cut pants today at work. And when I got home to change clothes, I had to like actively get them over my calves because my calves do not want to cooperate with slim cut pants.
Right.
So,
no, I'm actually, these are skinny jeans that I like, that I wear a lot now.
Well, they're not skinny jeans.
But they're not skinny jeans. They're like relaxed fit skinny jeans, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, they're like tapered.
Right.
Yeah.
But like skinny jeans are like, hey, guess what's up in my butt crack right now? My jeans.
Yeah.
My jeans are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. No, that's not what I'm experiencing.
Good.
But yeah.
I really don't want to know if you are.
No.
That's a keep it to yourself type of situation right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I prefer to know little to no information about your butt crack.
But we're so good at sharing.
Little to no information.
I'm really wondering right now what the responses were to the Christmas episode. But I don't know. But it's fine. I was very joyful about the whole process. That's all I wanted to say. That was just
I'm just laying the words.
That was a thought that floated through the air and happened to float past my.
So no one has told you what they thought?
Cerebral cortex. A few people really, really enjoyed it. All the people I talked to really.
Has your wife listened to it?
Yeah, she loved it. She loved it.
Did she just say that to be nice?
No, I don't think so. Okay, let me tell you about Christmas.
The holiday or what you experienced?
There's this dude, Nathan. Mm-hmm. His name is Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
His name is Jesus. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure you're comfortable.
Right.
He was born in the wintertime around a lot of snow.
Yeah.
And these three dudes who were all named Santa Claus, they came down from the North Pole to see that he was being born. Mm-hmm. And there was a reindeer with a light on its nose. Sort of an automaton reindeer situation. And they all got together. And Bing Crosby was there.
Yeah.
And Irving Berlin. And they were like, hey, this is great. Like, we should turn this into a thing. And the Coca-Cola Corporation was like, yeah, we're down. And the Hallmark Corporation was like, yeah, totally, we're there. Mm-hmm. And a couple Christmas trees caught on fire.
That's
a couple families burned to death.
Yeah.
After that, everything was okay.
Okay.
And then this elf who wanted to be a dentist got to be a dentist.
I feel like this is why you weren't allowed to write the Peanuts special, because Linus's speech would be really different. But I don't know.
I mean, I could distill it down further if Mr. Schultz.
I'm sure that was the issue with it if he were to hear it.
Right.
Oh, no, it's too lengthy.
Yeah. Oh, we watched so much Peanuts. So we went, and it's about 8:45 right now as we were recording, and about this time every night for the last 7 days, I've turned into Tom Waits vocally. So I might do that again.
You're starting to sound gravelly now.
It's already happening. It's happening. And it's probably going to keep happening.
People like Tom Waits.
Well, then they're going to like the end of this podcast.
Yeah. You better go fast.
Okay. So we trek it up this year from Nashville. Trekking. Yes, indeed. Now I'm trekking. We go see extended family of my wife. We first go to West Virginia. Mm-hmm. Then we go to Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Then we drive back to Nashville.
Okay.
This all happens over the course of several days.
Right.
Okay. And this was the second worst Christmas ever.
In history or in your life?
In my life.
Okay.
In my life. The first worst Christmas was the first time with you we did this.
Okay.
So it was better this time because there was a joyful child around who was watching Peanuts and Muppets Save Christmas or whatever they do. Muppets Napalm Christmas, whatever.
I love Muppets Napalm Christmas.
Oh, it's a classic.
Yeah.
The only solace I found throughout this whole process of writing, I started to drive, and then my wife realized that her anxiety would actually decrease if she drove. There's reasons for that. My driving's not the best. So she drove almost all the time, and I rode up front. I was the navigator. And I have to pop a Dramamine when I do that because I get motiony. So I'm a little here. Mm-hmm. I'm not fully alert because the Dramamine brings the awareness down a little bit.
Right.
You know? So the most entertaining thing I could do was write down every weird town name between here and there. And, buddy, let me tell you, there are quite a few.
Oh, boy.
I hold in my hands a 2-page document.
Okay.
Well, a page and a third, let's say.
Okay.
This is notes from my phone that I emailed to myself. and I printed the email like I'm 50 years old.
Right.
Okay, Kentucky dispatches.
Okay.
Because we first traveled from Tennessee to Kentucky.
Gotcha.
So this whole piece is titled Kentucky Dispatches. My first note is about a bathroom in Munfordsville, Kentucky, where in the bathroom they have a poster about collaboration. And my question was, what are we going to collaborate on here in the restroom? How are we going to work together?
That does not seem like a good place to collaborate on anything.
No, it's mostly solo activities. Mm-hmm. I didn't note any particular designated area for collaboration.
Yeah.
Everything seemed to be very divided.
It is good to know, though,
Yeah.
that if you needed help,
Yeah.
someone would be there for you.
An employee of the Munfordsville Sunoco could be there to help me.
don't want to wipe.
How you doing? Welcome to Sunoco. That's a ripoff of another podcast, Super Ego. It's great. Make sure you go drive through the Sunoco. We passed by a castle and in none better town named than Versailles, Kentucky. Yeah, Versailles, Kentucky has a fucking castle in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it's fucking giant.
Why?
I don't know. There's this whole subculture of castle people in America that I have just recently become aware of.
But why?
Well, one guy says, I can quote this for you if you want, but more or less, one guy who has compiled a list of American castles and has built his own castle over the course of, it seemed like it took him about a decade and a half. He says that that's the only safe place to be in America because, you know, it all leads to Obama, basically. It's Obama's fault that we have castles. Does that make sense?
No.
No, I know.
Not even a little.
Right? But so, you know, American values have been eroded to the point that we need stone.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm not going to argue with it. It was in Kentucky. You don't argue with things in Kentucky. They will not make sense. That's what I've learned in life.
Point. You just hit the nail on the head. There's an airport called Man o' War Airport. Seems rife for tragedy. There is a section of I-65 North, if you're passing from Tennessee into Kentucky, that is walled between the lanes. And so you reach a point where you have to pick a lane, and then you're going to be in that lane for several miles. And
that's terrifying.
It was like riding a roller coaster of death.
Were you driving in that situation?
Thankfully, no.
Because that probably would have added to the anxiety
I would have
quite
panicked.
a bit.
Yeah. There's a giant plaster rooster that was covered in Christmas lights in Kentucky.
Okay.
That makes sense. There is a zombie paintball field. They have an alternate program, a package which also includes a haunted hayride. Or my little pun here, a hate ride.
Oh.
Yeah. Owensville, Kentucky. and the sign said, "Where life is great." And I said, that can't be possible. So I tried to rewrite the slogan for Owensville, Kentucky. Where life is painful.
Okay.
Or where it hurts to live. Or where life goes to be uncomfortable.
A quick fix would be to just get paint.
Yeah.
And just where life is.
Period.
Just paint out the rest of it.
That's good.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah, you know.
Things live here.
Yes. And
then they die later.
At some point of, natural causes. Yeah. The next town up from Owensville, it was a town called Salt Lick. Mm-hmm. Then there was a shark farm. I don't know. Then there was a town called Cave Run Lake, or I guess it's a lake called Cave Run Lake.
Okay.
And I thought that running in a cave towards a lake is probably a bad idea.
That's definitely
the
true.
best road name I've ever heard in my life. Mm-hmm. There are hyphens between these words. Just a Me Road. I'm the only person that lives on this road. It's just a me.
Did you want to drive down it?
Yeah, and then it'd be just us two.
Then just scream out the window, yeah, just you, yeah, right.
I exist. Yeah, Mr. Just a Me gets married, and his wife one day leaves in a terror, and she's like, I'm here too. Mm-hmm. What about the children, you bastard?
Change the sign.
And then it was Just a Me. Hex Plaza Drive. Oh, the slogan for West Virginia. Now, this is fascinating. There's a documentary floating around out there in the Netflix called The Wild and Wonderful Whites.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard of this?
Yes, I've heard of this.
You know who the Whites are?
I am familiar, yes.
For people who don't know, who are the Whites?
They are I believe it's folk dancing?
Folk dancing, yes.
Family of nut jobs.
Yeah.
And lunatics.
And heavy drug users.
I feel like lunatic is actually the word that, like, it was invented for them.
Yeah, it's accurate. It's accurate. Yeah. Loony.
Yeah.
A tick.
Yeah. They're nuts.
Right.
Hang out with Hank.
Hank 3.
Yeah. Not Hank 2, Junior. Which is crazy in a different way.
Yep.
Hank 3.
Yeah. You go through the Hanks and you just change drugs every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hank 2, of course, the drug of choice was conservatism.
And I think he's probably an alcohol guy, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know about
his
that.
His dad was.
But he chose Fox News. That's his drug of choice.
Hank Tree is more like, he's kind of the punk rock Hank.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense of, like, he's almost an anarchist. But I met him. Did I tell you about him? I met him. He's a very nice guy. He's a super guy.
Yeah.
He's just...
Well, I didn't expect that he just walked around punching people or
No. He was super. And he had lots of stories, as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And he looked more like his granddad than his dad. So he was very tall and very thin. And very nice.
Yeah.
I sat on the couch. I didn't sit on the couch with him. I heard him swapping stories.
Yeah. Well, you should get him to come be our friend.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
The venue down on Elliston Place here in Nashville, Exit Inn, I used to live near there, and I would walk with my dogs, and there'd be shows every night, different bands, and you could always tell what was going on. Like a Jacob Dylan night, everything was pretty relaxed. Mm-hmm. You go down there on a Slayer night, things are a little intense, but there's a camaraderie.
Right.
You go down there on a Hank 3 night, you don't know what the hell's going to happen to you. It looks like chaos, and it is chaos in a human form down there on Elliston Place, man. Oh,
that's perfect.
A Hank 3 night.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You could get shanked.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, well,
Fingers crossed.
I hope I get shanked. Hank 3, all the way. Okay, so all that discussion.
Yeah.
Because the Wild and Wonderful Whites, the motto of West Virginia is wild and wonderful. I'm sure that came before the Wild and Wonderful Whites.
Right.
However, government of West Virginia, knowing that this film exists, it's time to rebrand.
Got it already.
What do you got?
West Virginia.
Okay.
Unless you're in the mines, you won't get black lung.
West Virginia, not as dangerous as you think.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right, great.
I like it.
Here is a short list of town names in West Virginia as you cross from Kentucky into West Virginia. Now, immediately as you cross from Kentucky into West Virginia, you see a giant gas plant with spires of burning flame. I don't know what that's about. And then suddenly the terrain becomes almost impassable. There are hills, there are curves. It makes no sense.
So, welcome to West Virginia would not be a great slogan.
Right.
Not welcoming.
No, it's not welcoming. In fact, it's a little foreboding to drive into it. So here is a preponderance of towns as you first get into West Virginia from the Kentucky border, I-65 North. Hurricane, West Virginia. Nitro, West Virginia. Institute, West Virginia. This was a little believable. Mink Shoal, West Virginia. Historical angle.
Right.
Big Chimney, West Virginia.
Okay.
Then we passed by a McDonald's, which was a normal-looking McDonald's, except instead of the golden arches,
Right.
they had the obsidian arches of blackness. The yellow had been removed or painted over, and it was a black M.
Well, that's not good.
A black M McDonald's.
Although, probably more accurate.
Yep. And at that moment, I remarked to myself in my brain, West Virginia is the Russia of the United States. We also passed by a food highway sign that was just a plate with no food on it. You know how those green signs that say food?
Yeah.
Well, this didn't have any restaurants listed below. It was just food, and there was a plate, an empty plate.
Food.
No, there's no food here. There's no food here.
You saw the McDonald's back there, right?
That was the last. That's the last food.
And it's the McDonald's of death.
Yeah, that's the Black M McDonald's. I don't know if I can even get this far tonight, but within 2 hours of arriving at our destination in West Virginia, my wife's stepfather proceeds to have an argument with her grandfather about global warming and how he has seen the data from NASA, and as it turns out, Mercury is warming at the same rate as the Earth, and Mars is warming at the same rate as the Earth, and therefore there is no global warming caused by human beings. I know, it's deep.
Wait, the grandfather?
No, the stepfather.
No, I know. So the grandfather
Yes.
believes in global warming.
Yes. He's a Democrat from way back.
That confuses me so very much, because if you had started off that story and then paused, I would have had an assumption as to who would be arguing about global warming.
Yes.
And saying it is not real.
Right.
It would be the elder gentleman.
Right. In this case, no. Yeah. In this case, it's the Vietnam vet engineer.
Engineer?
Yeah.
You should know better.
I know. He's seen the data. And the data tell him that Mars and Mercury are warming at the same rate as the planet Earth.
Where do you see this data?
According to him, he saw it in NASA, from NASA.
Where'd Glenn Beck get this data? I'm assuming Glenn Beck had it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier in the show, that Glenn Beck is my wife's stepfather.
Yeah.
It's a Glenn Beckian type of belief. It's fucking nuts. Anyway, I don't know that I can go into that any more than that.
Okay, don't do it. Don't get yourself in trouble.
I had a quick thought in the middle of this note about what if we had all grown up to be just like the shows we watched as children. Like, what if we had all grown up to be like Power Rangers? Mm-hmm. And then I remarked that with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it kind of came true because pizza. I do love pizza.
It would have been really disappointing for me. Because I would have, I watched, Hey Arnold. I would have just, grown up to be a kid that plays football on the street. That's about it.
You've kind of fulfilled that.
Yeah, it's not... I did not dream very big in this scenario.
I'm just glad that I didn't grow up and it was Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, I watched Rocko's Modern Life. That explains so much.
What a good show.
I had Rocko's Modern Life influencing me.
Yes.
You had all your dreams destroyed by Michael Vick.
I did.
So Michael Vick ruined your life. Rocko's Modern Life ruined mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we agree that Rocko's Modern Life was a cocaine-fueled fever dream of a television show for children?
I would have guessed more like LSD, but definitely drugs.
A drug-fueled fever dream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Rocko's Modern Life. I think that's how it went.
It did.
There is... we get to West Virginia, okay? It's as hilly as it's been, but it is more populated. There are multiple places called the High Life Lounge. There is a internet bar. Internet bar? What are those called? Internet cafe?
Those still exist?
Apparently they do in West Virginia, where the internet only exists in buildings outside of our homes. They have one called Christie's Hotspot, only mildly suggestive.
Christie's Hotspot.
I proceed.
Does Christie have Wi-Fi?
Christy has Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she's got a hotspot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean...
That's what they were talking about.
I assume.
Christie owns a cafe. Wi-Fi internet.
Hotspot.
Yeah.
Christy's hotspot.
If you are thinking anything else,
yeah,
that's on you.
Her brother Jeff does not have a hotspot.
No.
Yeah.
No hotspot for Jeff.
No. And he never goes to there. Have you heard of a chain of restaurants? This looks like fast food. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of this chain called Steak Escape?
No.
That exists in West Virginia. I proceed.
Why are we escaping steak?
No. We want to escape through steak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we go...
I went somewhere else.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to get away from the steak.
I don't know what they're afraid of.
Almost done. Cole County Theme Park. Mm-hmm. A theme park all about the coal industry.
That one you may get black lung at.
Yeah, you might. Yeah.
That one.
One of the rides
yeah.
is Black Lung Experience, where they take you through a 3D movie sensory experience.
And they just pump it full of coal. Yeah.
And then they show you a montage of all of your dead grandfathers. There was a big giant sign about a book called Lead Yourself Today.
Uh-huh.
Very inspirational.
Did you look it up?
No, not yet. We should do that.
Yeah.
There's a town called Negro Mountain. No one decided that they should change that, being that it's the 21st goddamn century.
Actually, they probably did change that. I'm going to assume they probably did.
In 1952?
Yeah. You know, it's 1952.
We should really move.
How about Negro?
Let's go light.
Right.
Let's go light. I had the worst chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life. We're in Pennsylvania now. I learned that the 80s really hit Pennsylvania kind of hard at this diner we were at. Mm-hmm. There was a lady dressed all in sparkles.
Oh, nice.
All in sparkles. And her hair was high enough so that St. Peter could reach down from heaven and wet his hands in her hairspray.
You know that's what men are looking for.
Well, apparently they are in Pennsylvania.
They want that high hair.
High hair.
Yeah, high hair.
Duran Duran was on the radio. Sparkly lady. There was a road called Warm Run Road. I thought that was just kind of cute. Like, you get warm when you're on a run.
Warm run.
A town called Rural Resort. Sounded inviting.
Did you go through it?
No, not really.
So you have no idea if
I
it
don't
was
know
inviting.
what it's really like. No.
Okay.
Yeah. We're back in Tennessee now, and I'm almost done. Dumplin' Mill, Tennessee.
There we go.
Whole town called Dumplin' Mill, all about them dumplings.
Now wait, dumplin'?
Dumplin.
No ing.
No ing and no apostrophe.
Dumplin'.
Dumplin' Mill. Okay. The Catch Showroom for Katch sounded like Snatch. Sorry. Cupid's Outlet. That's Romantic Gifts and More. And then finally, a place called Nature's Way. Now, I think Nature's Way, whether you're in West Virginia, Kentucky, or Tennessee, is for God to take you in His own time. That's Nature's Way.
I think I would agree with that.
Okay, that's all I've got. That was my whole trip. It was second worst Christmas ever.
Second worst.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it could have been worse. So there's that.
Yeah, it could have been worse. No, actually, to be honest, we encountered some really sweet people. There were a lot of sweet people. It was just the disillusion of going through all these different areas and realizing what I had always feared. No, we visited some very sweet, nice people that are just lovely. I didn't talk about the family members at all.
Are you trying to
No, I'm really serious.
Are you trying to cover your tracks?
No.
Because your wife listens to this podcast.
Well, she doesn't care. No, legitimately, there were some really nice people. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
There were. No, come on, you believe me.
Oh, no, I definitely believe you.
No, actually, the town, I'll be honest here, this is truth moment. The town we stayed in West Virginia, Buckhannon, I have never been to a more quaint, pretty, Gilmore-y town.
Like Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, than Buckhannon, West Virginia. It was great.
It was like Stars Hollow.
It was a lot like Stars Hollow, yeah.
Was it exactly like Stars Hollow?
No, but you could walk to a college. There was a college in the neighborhood that you could walk to, and it was beautiful.
That's not like Stars Hollow.
And lots of friendly people.
I don't know if you knew this. Rory had to leave Stars Hollow to go to college. There's not a college in Stars Hollow.
There is.
No.
Yeah.
No, I've watched.
It's in the back of the grocery store.
I've watched all of the episodes of Gilmore Girls.
Well, so
and
have
no
I.
one goes to college in Stars Hollow.
Because all the kids are so smart.
They go away to college and come back to Stars Hollow and then bicker with their parents.
Well,
And then the creator of the universe leaves and someone else comes and writes it for a while and it's not nearly as good and then it gets canceled.
is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, Amy Pantatone.
Yeah. But they're coming back.
They're coming back?
Oh, yeah. Have you not heard this?
Did you see Bunheads? Not good.
No.
There's another show she wrote.
I don't know what
Amy
that is.
Pantatone.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
Really?
Limited run. Netflix.
On Netflix? Mm-hmm. They're not just bringing that back. They're bringing back...
Sexy.
They're bringing... Well, Gilmore Girls is always a little sexy. Well, there's another show they're bringing back. Are they bringing back Twin Peaks? I've heard about Twin Peaks coming back.
Well, someone is. I don't know if it's them.
It's probably not David Lynch.
It may have been... I think he is involved.
No, but it's not the people that did Gilmore Girls bringing back Twin Peaks.
No.
Just kidding.
That would be the wrong show.
That would be a bad move. No, a lot of really lovely people in Buckhannon, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's a nice town. I walked around it.
Everyone, Justin really loves Buckhannon.
I really liked it. Did I mention Buckhannon on my list?
No.
Okay.
Is it Buckhannon?
It's Buckhannon. Buckhannon. Yeah.
Buckhannon.
Yeah, Buckhannon.
It's a great town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great town. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
I cannot tell a lie.
No, I'm sure.
No, it's true.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I think all the listeners believe you.
And by the way, the reason it was the worst Christmas ever is just all the goddamn driving.
Yeah.
All the goddamn driving.
Well, driving. I drove to Kansas City. I get that.
Yeah. Oh, how long is Kansas City?
That was like 9 hours, but then we had to drive to southeast Kansas because my mother-in-law doesn't understand photographers exist outside of southeast Kansas. So that's where we went for family photos, even though no one lives there.
Oh, I see.
Literally no family member lives there.
Southeast Kansas?
Not a one.
You went there because the photographer was there?
Yeah. They used to live there. None of them live there anymore.
Oh.
Not a one. So we just drove there.
That's disappointing.
And then had to drive back through all the floods. So
the floods.
I survived though.
Yeah, it rained the whole time we were gone too.
Yeah. Well, it didn't rain while we were gone.
Rained and rained.
But you know how the floods were in Missouri?
Yeah.
We had to drive through that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it harrowing?
We almost died.
How many times?
10, 15.
That's manageable.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I mean, you've done worse.
Yeah, it was like the third worst Christmas.
I am talking to Nathan Badley, who once explored remote regions of the Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got bit by a mosquito.
Yep.
The size of a chihuahua.
Yeah.
It's a big mosquito.
Big ones.
Like sucked it was just pints of my blood got sucked out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I survived.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I just punched that mosquito in its mosquito face.
Boom, like a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
You have to punch that dog-sized mosquito in its mosquito face. Yeah. The other thing that I learned, now with bioengineering, they've reprogrammed some of them to take that blood directly to the Red Cross. Mm-hmm. Guys, give blood.
Wow, that's actually a very good use of giant mosquitoes.
It is. If you don't give blood, guys, a mosquito the size of a Jack Russell Terrier is going to come suck your blood out and take it to the Red Cross anyway. So go give blood.
Yeah.
Let's make this easy on everyone.
Sounds fair to me.
I think so. Holy shit. We have an email address. It's sushijackknife@gmail.com.
You should email it.
You should. There is a Twitter account, at sushijackknife.
You should email it.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Email the Twitter
Email
account.
the Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what would happen if you did that, actually.
I think the universe would just collapse on itself.
Yeah. The dark matter would all become visible.
It's like if you Google.
Yeah.
It just creates a wormhole.
Yeah, an infinite loop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's no good.
Think about that for a second. What if the dark matter did suddenly become visible? Because there's more dark matter than there is of matter.
Mm-hmm.
So
we shouldn't. Don't email our Twitter account because I don't want to find out what happens
with the dark matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not plumb these
sounds
depths.
terrifying.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't want to see the darkness in front of me.
It sounds almost as terrifying as Alien.
I'm going to try again to sleep tonight. Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.